Not over.
I got you.
Hey, you can't look what he's doing.
Airplane.
One of them.
No, we have others trying.
How's this?
One's a ladder.
I like it when adults cheat. That always makes me happy. Okay, I think.
I'm not very visual, so.
Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so we'll get to winners and losers here in a minute. Okay.
We already know.
Yeah. Some of you have that deep-seated feeling. You know what you are. Okay. Yeah. People in the back, you can turn a little or whatever so you can see. Yeah. First, I'll start vocabulary here. Okay. The person in the back is Google. Okay. I tell my students this. The person in the back is Google. Okay. It's great. Okay. It's great here that I've got Google sitting behind me, but if I don't know what questions to ask, it doesn't help me very much. And those of you that are familiar with Who's on First, I love showing that to the kids first because they laugh at those two guys and think, okay, they spent 6 minutes talking to each other about trying to name the players on the baseball team, and at no point did the short guy ever know what the players' names on the baseball team were. And then we go ahead and do this, and that doesn't become so funny anymore because we get ones that look like this. Okay. Okay. And we have all this, I'll pick, wonderful science vocabulary here that we could use. Okay. We're not quite done yet. But this is what I'm talking about. So again, if I have all these wonderful words like flights of the stairs that I could have used, or stories on a building, or who knows what else I could have used to help describe this, okay? I could have used them here. I don't know that we did, but we could have. So just because I have all these wonderful vocabulary words doesn't mean I can use them effectively. And at some point, as our students, we need to get them to use them. Okay, not just listen to them, write them down as we rattle them off in our lecture today. Okay? Second thing here, I told you I would get to social studies people. Okay? I always appreciate the most when people in the back point, because it's really helpful when I can't see you pointing. But you can keep pointing, like put it on your left or my right, and I saw some of you, don't worry, I saw some of you take the picture and go like this, and then look down at it so that you could try and figure out, okay, let's see, that would, if I was looking at it this way, it would be on which side, okay? And so, again, here's another, when I put you in this situation, we stop doing what we should do. Social studies people, okay? I would ask my students, okay, why is north always on top of the map?
It's not.
Okay? It's not always. But if I look at my social studies textbook, the majority of the time they put north at the top because they want me to find things. They have fixed position referencing. So if I ask you how to get to your house, okay, you're not going to say, hey, follow the school bus. Okay, you're going to say, okay, go to the White House, and then you make a right-hand turn, and you go down to the blue one, then you make a left-hand turn, you get to the Walgreens, okay? And so why? Because we know they're going to be there. We do it. Then all of a sudden we get in this situation, and we're going left, right, all these other things, when we could have said, okay, the side where Wayne sits, I want you to put the red 8-pin Lego, and then the Rosie, the book's over here, I want you to put the blue 8-pin Lego. Okay? We could have. We did in a lot of cases. Okay? So again, there's another skill that with these simple Legos we can look at. Another one, inventory. I asked you to do inventory first, and my students are great at it, and you adults didn't let me down. Okay? We went through the inventory and said, okay, I have a 6-pin white Lego and yellow, and we went through. Then we get building, and it becomes, grab the medium-sized one. The medium one that's a little bit bigger than the red one, but not quite as big as the blue one. Grab the big one, little, medium, all these different things get thrown out. Even though after we agreed, it was a 6-pin, a 4-pin, whatever. So when you're giving instructions to your students, and you do a good job of giving them a nice inventory, okay, they have to be consistent on calling them that too, so that they can find things. You'd like to think. But here's a practical example where it works. Now because it was nice and loud in here, I couldn't hear But normally the brown one in here, a lot of times students, when they're looking at it, because if the light hits it, they'll go grab the black one, okay? And you don't even have a black one, okay? But oftentimes that gets thrown out, okay? So that's what we're looking at. So can we take, and believe me, I've seen this done, not just with Legos, but all kinds of things. Science models, atoms, okay, maps, I mean, you name it, okay? What that person has to tell this person to do, you can fit into about anything, okay? And then the last one that I love doing it in media centers, love, because life is loud. I get it, life is loud. This is the only place I tell my students, okay, and that includes you now, okay, that when you're taking a test, we tell you to sit down and be quiet. Okay, this is it. Okay, if I'm doing surgery, it's not quiet in there. Okay, if I'm working in a factory, I don't know what job I have. I mean, Coach Kaler doesn't get to stand out in the middle of the field. Hey, Josh is going to kick this field goal now, and when all of you are quiet, we're going to go ahead and kick it because he needs to concentrate right now. Okay, I don't think that works. But we laugh about that, but it's no different than the cashier at McDonald's. Okay, the cashier at McDonald's doesn't look at you and go, hey, will you get everybody quiet in here? I want to get your order right. You know, get everybody quiet, and then I'll